Hello my dear students, welcome back to Balajee online classes. I am Sadia Khatun and today I will be teaching you mathematics of class 7. I will be teaching you chapter number 9 of your textbook, which is rational numbers. Till now you have studied about different kinds of number systems like natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. Now in this class, for the first time, you are going to be studying about the rational numbers. You have studied about fractions. But the difference between fractions and rational numbers is that in fractions, we have to write the numerator and denominator as positive only. But in rational numbers, anything which can be represented in the form of P upon Q, provided that Q should not be equal to 0. This P and this Q can be any integers. P and Q are integers, but Q, that is the denominator, should not be equal to 0. Why? Because in mathematics, anything divided by 0 is not defined. It becomes infinity. So we can never divide a number by 0. So anything which can be written in the form of P upon Q, provided Q is not equal to 0 and P and Q are integers, then it is called a rational numbers. Okay? So rational numbers, if you write if you want to express on a number line, then how do you do it? Suppose this is a number line 0, 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, and if I have to mark suppose 1 upon 3 and minus 1 upon 3, take on a number line. What I have to do? This 1 upon 3 will lie between 0 and 1 and minus 1 upon 3 will lie between 0 and minus 1. You have to look at the denominator. The denominator is 3, which means this area will be divided into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 parts are there. Okay. And here also 1, 2, 3. You have divided it into 3 equal parts. Now, amongst these 3, what you have to mark? The first one. आपको denominator को देखना है. Seeing the denominators, you will make the number of divisions, and seeing the numerator, you have to mark that which division you have to mark. So this is 1 upon 3. So this is the first one. This is the first mark. So this will be 1 upon 3. And when it is minus 1 upon 3, you will go to the negative side, means to the left of 0. And this is the first mark. So this will be minus 1 upon 3. This is how we mark the rational numbers on a number line. If we have to represent the rational number in the standard form, it means you have to simplify it and write it in the simplest form. If 18 upon minus 42, then what you have to do? You have to cancel it out. You have to simplify it by the table of 6. I am doing it. 6 3s are 18 and 6 7s are 42. So what it will be? 3 upon minus 7. One important thing I want to tell you here, if you are writing 3 upon minus 7, then also it is correct. If you are writing minus 3 upon 7, then also it is correct. Or if you are writing minus in between and then 3 upon 7, then also it is correct. Which means that in rational numbers, if you are putting the negative sign here in the denominator or in the numerator or in between, all these terms, all these rational numbers are same. Okay? The next is, if you have to write the equivalent rational numbers. If you are having one rational number and you have to write 2 or 3 equivalent rational numbers, then how you are going to write? 3 upon minus 2. For example, I have taken this. So how you will write the equivalent? You have to multiply the numerator and denominator with the same number. Suppose I am multiplying it with 2. So what you will get? 3 2s are 6 and 2 2s are 4. And minus sign is also there. Check. 3 upon minus 2. If we multiply it by 3 upon 3, you just have to keep in mind that you have to pick a number, the same number with which you have to multiply the numerator and the denominator both. So 3 3s are 9 and 2 3s are 6. So 6 upon minus 4, 9 upon minus 6, these are the equivalent fractions, or you can say equivalent rational numbers. Don't call it fractions because negative is also there. Fractions are said only when numerator and denominator both are positive. So you can say that fractions are the positive rational numbers. ठीक है? So this is also, these are the equivalent fractions, these are the equivalent rational numbers of 3 upon minus 2. If you have to compare that out of these two rational numbers, which is greater, that means comparison of rational numbers, you can do it in two methods. The first one is by taking the LCM, which is that typical method which you have already studied in your previous classes, like in class 5th and 6th, in which you did the comparison of fractions. The second one is the cross multiplication method, which means 3 and minus 5 will be multiplied. Minus 5 into 3 and then minus 2 and 8. This is called cross multiplication. Minus 5 into 3 will be minus 15 and minus 2 into 8 will be minus 16. Now you have to compare minus 15 and minus 16. Now tell me which is the greater one. Minus 15 is greater because in negative numbers, आप लोगों ने integers में एक चीज देखी है, integers में आप लोगों ने ये पढ़ा है कि जो negative होते हैं, negative 15 मतलब minus of 15 is greater than minus of 16. अगर positive होते हैं तो 16 बड़ा होता, but negative है दोनों तो minus 15 is greater, which means you will write minus 15 is greater than minus 16. और ये minus 15 कहाँ से आया है? We have got it from minus 5 into 3, मतलब इससे हमें मिला है. और इन दोनों में which is the numerator? Numerator is minus 5. That means this fraction will be greater. आपको क्या करना होता है? आपको देखना होता है कि इसमें से ये जो दो हैं, इनमें से न्यूमरेटर कौन है? न्यूमरेटर minus 5 है, तो जिसका न्यूमरेटर होता है, जहां पर न्यूमरेटर होता है, आप उस फ्रैक्शन को, आप उस रैशनल नंबर को ग्रेटर कह देते हैं. So you will write minus 5 upon 8 is greater than minus 2 upon 3. ठीक? तो इस तरह से we can do the comparison. If you have to insert rational number between two rational numbers, आपको दो rational number दिए गए और आपसे कहा जाए कि इसके बीच में आप एक और rational number insert कर दो, then how do you do it? Let's take an example like minus 3 upon 5 and 2 upon 3. These are the two rational numbers. आपको इसके बीच में एक और rational number insert करना है और वो कैसे करते हैं हम लोग? Just add these two rational numbers and divide it by 2. ठीक? तो हम लोग minus 3 upon 5 plus 2 upon 3 करेंगे एंड इसको डिवाइड कर देंगे किससे? 2 से. ठीक? अब आप यहां पर देख सकते हैं कि यहां पर एक और टॉपिक आपका आ गया, दैट इज एडिशन ऑफ रैशनल नंबर्स. एडिशन कैसे करते हैं? जिस तरह आप फ्रैक्शंस का एडिशन करते थे, सेम उसी तरह आपको करना है. यू हैव टू टेक द एलसीएम और उसके बाद आपको इन्हें ऐड कर लेना है. द अदर मेथड इज कि आप लोग जब व्हेन यू हैव जस्ट 2 रैशनल नंबर्स, तो आप लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई से भी एडिशन या सब्ट्रैक्शन कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. सो 3 3s are 9, you will write minus 9 plus 2 5s are 10 and divided by 5 3s are 15. 3 का इससे इधर क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई और नीचे डायरेक्ट मल्टीप्लाई, और ये है होल डिवाइडेड बाय 2. What you will get? 10 minus 9 plus 10, you will get 1 upon 15 and divided by 2. It is divided by 2. इसका मतलब ये होता है कि you will write multiplied by 1 upon 2 because in division we do the reciprocal of the number by which we are going to divide. So 1 upon 15 2s are 30. 1 upon 30 is the rational number which can be inserted in between these two rational numbers. तो इस तरह से हम लोग rational numbers को insert करते हैं between any two rational numbers. Addition और subtraction तो आपने देख लिया हम लोग किस तरह करते हैं by finding out the LCM. ठीक? But multiplication, if you have to do the multiplication of the rational numbers, I have taken minus 3 upon 5 and 2 upon 3. How do we multiply it? Minus 3 and 2 will be multiplied, मतलब numerator से numerator को and denominator से denominator को. So what it will be? 3 2s are 6 and minus sign is there, so minus 6 upon 5 3s are 15. Minus 6 upon 15, but this is not the final answer because it is not in the standard form. You have to cancel it out and write the answer in the simplest form. 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15. So minus 2 upon 5 will be the final answer, the product of these two rational numbers. The next topic is about the additive inverse. Additive inverse means you just have to change the sign. If I just tell you in the layman language, suppose it is minus 1 upon 5. the additive inverse will be 1 upon 5. If I give you minus 2 upon 3, the additive inverse will be 2 upon 3. If I give you 5 upon 2, the additive inverse will be minus 5 upon 2. Which means if it is in plus, you have to write it in minus. If it is in minus, then you have to write it in plus. Additive inverse का मतलब होता है कि ऐसा नंबर जिसके अगर एडिटिव इनवर्स के साथ हम ऐड कर दें तो वी गेट द आंसर एज 0. एडिटिव इनवर्स ये होता है कि अगर हम किसी भी रैशनल नंबर को उसके एडिटिव इनवर्स के साथ ऐड करते हैं वी गेट 0. दैट इज कॉल्ड एडिटिव इनवर्स. तो मैंने आपको उसकी ट्रिक बता दी कि आपको जस्ट साइन चेंज करना है एंड यू गेट द एडिटिव इनवर्स. द लास्ट टॉपिक ऑफ दिस चैप्टर इज अबाउट द रेसिप्रोकल. रेसिप्रोकल में क्या होता है? यू स्वैप द न्यूमरेटर्स एंड डिनोमिनेटर्स. इफ यू आर हैविंग minus 2 upon 3, रेसिप्रोकल इसका क्या हो जाएगा? 3 upon minus 2. If it is 5 upon 2, it will be 2 upon 5. If it is 1 upon minus 7, it will be minus 7. So this means आप इस तरह से रेसिप्रोकल निकाल सकते हैं किसी भी रैशनल नंबर्स का. जस्ट आपको उसका न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर चेंज कर देना होता है, मतलब इंटरचेंज करना है, स्वैप करना है और आपको रेसिप्रोकल मिल जाएगा. So this was it. This chapter is completed. I hope you have understood everything. In case of any doubt or any query, you can ask me in the live class. I'll explain you there. Try to do the questions on your own, and the solutions will be provided on School Mitra app. Download it from there and complete your work. And do remember Sadia ma'am's rule that maths comes by practice.